Welcome to the third class of the summer college writing program. Today we'll look at what constitutes of peer response. We'll do some generative writing exercise, and the initial draft of your Unit 1 essay is due today. So let's look at some of the deadlines around your Unit 1. Peer response, the first thing is, of course, make sure you know who your peer is. I'd sent out the peer groups. Each peer group constitutes of 2 people, so you would be giving feedback to the person who's in your group. So make sure you know who your peer is, and then definitely share your Google Doc with your peers so they can take a look at your essay and offer you feedback. In terms of giving them feedback, you will provide your feedback on their Google Doc right under their essay. So you will read your peer's essay and provide them feedback right under the essay. You will respond to the following questions. Connect. What about your peer's essay did you find a strong connection with? Is it some personal detail about the place where they are from, or is it about a description about the object? Maybe you have a similar object. So what about their essay did you find a strong sense of connect with? What is the biggest strength of your peer's essay? Was it a specific description that you worked? Was it the way they narrated an event that stayed back with you? So what, in your opinion, is the biggest strength? Extension would be what is the one place where you'd like your peer to elaborate, change, or cut back on? So look at this as connect is where you show your understanding of your peer's essay. Stay back is where you describe their strengths, and extension is where you talk about the area of development for the essay. And answer these questions in as much detail as you can. Don't write a 1 or 2 line response for each question, because the more the details you give them, the better they can learn from your feedback, because they're going to get 2 sources of feedback. One is from me and one is from the peers. The way I would give feedback would be different, so that way they have 2 styles of feedback, and it's important that both you as a peer and me as a teacher are authentic and elaborate in our feedback so they can improve their essay. Quote specifics from the essay so the writer can actually use your feedback effectively. So again, you have the connect, stay back, and extension, and you'll respond to these questions after reading your peer's essay. Your response would be right under the essay of your peer on the Google Doc. Okay, so what I will be doing is I will be posting a clip from the movie Proof in the comments section of this video. So what you will do is to look at that video. The video this is a generative writing exercise, so again it kind of trains your mind to think about a personal situation and maybe describe your personal situations in your personal essay a little more elaborately, or maybe give you a different angle of thought about your essay. So this is a movie about a mathematician and his daughter. So this is the youngest daughter of a mathematician reflecting on the life of her father at his funeral. So answer the following questions. How has the past with her father shaped her? Is her anger directed to her father, at herself, or the audience? Her sister is also sitting at the audience, so maybe the anger could be directed at her. Towards the end, she's pretty loud for the most part, but towards the end she's almost goes quiet. It almost looks like she's talking to herself. So is she reflecting or is she mourning, and what is the reason for the choice you made as a response to this question? To the end of the video she says, I'm glad he's dead. Does she really mean it, and why does she say it? So what you would do is watch the clip, and in the context of the clip, don't try and read up on the movie, just within the context of the clip, watch the clip, and within the context answer these 4 questions. Post your response in the discussion section. So go to the discussion section. You'll have a post called Week 2 Click Class 2. Go into that post, select the post and click reply, and post your responses to all the 4 questions above. Number the responses and post them so I can see all your responses to these questions, and that way your peers can also take a look at the questions, the responses to the questions. This just creates a good sense of writing community, which is why every week we'll have at least one discussions post where we can talk together as a class through a threaded conversation. In terms of homework, the Unit 1 initial draft is due today. Your peer response and teacher response are due by Friday, the 15th of June. I will not be putting my feedback on your Google Doc. I will be emailing it to you on a Word doc or as part of the body of the email. I do a lot of inline feedback, so typically it's going to be as a Word attachment that I will send out to you. Your revised drafts based on your peer and teacher response are due on the 19th of June. And the final draft, which is once you finish your copy editing, once you finish checking whether your essay meets the overall course and the unit goals, that draft is due on the 22nd of June. So between the revised and final draft, pretty much all you do is just copy edit it for grammar and other niceties of language, and also just make sure that it achieves the course goals.